I'm excited. I am super excited to hear from Steve tonight. I've got my pen and my pad ready to go. This is John McFadden. I'm here in sunny San Antonio, and I just cannot tell you how excited I am to have my wife Leslie and I just got to spend a week with Steve and Linda in Cancun, on and with the Ariix company and executive team, and the time and the ability to get to know Steve and Linda personally for that length of time was just a joy for us. I had met Steve first in Atlanta at one of his events that he put on, and was just amazed at the teaching, the knowledge, the delivery. You are in for a treat tonight. Steve has got one of the most diverse backgrounds you could ever imagine. Home builder, entrepreneur, author, international martial arts title holder. It's just, there's nothing that this man cannot do. And the topic that he is going to be covering tonight is the most important topic that could be covered in our industry, because you can have the biggest list in the world, but if you don't put somebody in the business, then you don't have a business. And you cannot put someone in the business if you don't do what he's going to show you and teach you how to do tonight. So it's kind of like having a gold miner's pan. You've got your pan and you've got your creek, but you're standing on the bank looking at the creek. Steve is going to teach us tonight how to get in the creek and how to scoop up the dirt and how to swirl it and pluck that gold nugget out. Gold nugget after gold nugget after gold nugget. So I don't want to take any of Steve's time. I am excited about taking notes and listening. Steve Kampouroglou, you truly are a leader's leader and a mentor and teacher, and I am turning over to you and picking up my pen.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Appreciate that introduction, and I really enjoyed spending time with you and your wife as well in Cancun, and a lot of the many other leaders we all had a chance to spend time with there. But it's all about building those relationships and really creating bonds that will last a lifetime. So thank you very much, John, for the intro. All right, everyone. Again, my name is Steve Kampouroglou, and I'm going to be talking to you today on how to effectively extend an invitation, how to invite a new person to see the Ariix revolutionary products and unsurpassed business model. So for a moment, I'm going to guess that most of you on this call are thinking and wondering, as I did many, many years ago, is what am I doing or not doing that the successful network marketers are doing in their business to create the successes that they have, and perhaps the successes that you desire. So it is my hope that this webinar will inspire you and help you with the tips and training that I've learned throughout many years of doing it and producing the activity and loving on people, as well as spending some time with some of the most successful people in this industry. I've traveled to over 32 countries around the globe and have been to just about every state in our nation. And the one thing that I've come to realize is that people are the same no matter where you go. They might be a different race, a different culture. They might have a different accent, a different religion, but uniquely enough, we all have something in common that you can utilize in your business. We all want to be loved. We want to be acknowledged. We want to be accepted and make some kind of difference in our lives and our friends' lives. After all, we all want to do something significant. That is the reason why we were put on this earth. And as you look at this slide here, you know, we all know it as network marketing, direct sales, multi-level marketing. But the greatest profession is getting better, guys. And so you're going to be hearing terms like community commerce, relationship marketing, and social entrepreneurship, because this is just a vast array of business opportunity, a home-based business that's all about social relationships. So you're going to see a lot of amazing things, but today we're going to talk about the personal one-on-ones. It's my hope that this webinar will inspire you and help you with some tips and training that I've learned through the doing of it. So take out your notepads, and hopefully we'll be able to help get through these points that I want to share with you, because I really believe that they will benefit you as you're talking to your friends, your family, and your prospects. In a moment, I'm going to share with you how you can effectively use the information to introduce Ariix, the opportunity company, into the lives of others. The most effective way to build your direct selling business is through one-on-ones. That's, looking directly into the person's eyes, or one-on-one on the phone, or even two-on-ones, which would be you and your sponsor working with your prospects either on the phone or in person. And lastly, the value of having a scheduled home opportunity event in your homes and your team's homes on a weekly basis, and what the purpose is, why should you do them, and why should you invite them to them. So these are some of the topics that we want to cover. But let me first start by saying, let's set your mind at ease. It's not what we are saying so uniquely that is special, right? A lot of people say, oh, you guys must be saying something special out there to be able to reach the ranks that you have. But rather, it's how it's said. It's your posture. And by the way, that's not how you stand, right? It's the confidence that you have, that you exude, how you're perceived, your mannerism, the way you walk, the way you talk, your enthusiasm, the passion that you have inside of you. That's what people look at. And also there's another important point. Besides that posture, it's the frequency in the way that you say and what you say on a daily basis. So what I mean by that is if I'm not saying anything different than you are, but I'm saying it 10 to 20 times a day, and you're talking to people one time a day or once a week, who's going to have better results? Well, of course I am. It's the activity that will produce the results. So if what you do on a daily basis, it's what you do on a daily basis that will produce your successes. So it's your confidence as you get ready to talk to people that will decide if they get in with you or not. So that's a key point, to be able to make sure that when you're talking to people, you're talking with passion, you're talking with confidence. But before we get into the much anticipated what to say to people when you meet them, I want to address the first step and concern that so many of you guys have. It was concerns that I had. And how many of you had said and have heard someone say, I need this business and I'm going to try to fit it into my schedule if I can? Have you said that? Do you know somebody that said that in your business? If you're honest, we've all said that. But this thought process will not produce the results you desire. Let me explain. Let me pick on my wife and I for a moment. Now, we're Christians, and, whatever your choice of faith is, whatever you believe and what you put your passion into, that, it doesn't matter. But for us, we're Christians, and every day of our lives, our faith guides us. Not at a specific moment, not only during certain hours, not only when we're in front of people, but every second of the day, right? Every second, every moment. So you see, when you believe something and you have a deep, passionate desire for that something, it becomes who you are every waking moment. It's no different in your relationship marketing business that you're building with Ariix. Ariix is your conduit. But your belief, which is one of the 4 components addressed in the legacy plan, is the key to your success, your belief. You see, if you believe something strong enough, if you know you have something that can change people's lives physically and financially, it's built in you. And no matter where you are, you'll share with people the value of what you have. You will give them hope as you meet people, and you'll leave them just a little bit better off than when you found them. After all, that is our goal. If we can give them something that they can leave just a little bit better off. Now, for those who have been around Linda and I, and have listened to how we have built huge organizations around the world and how we teach and coach others to do the same, you're going to be familiar with what I'm about to say. But here's a tip that will change your business and your life. Here's a tip, and here it goes. So if you're writing, to write this down. You know that our philosophy to true success is loving on people. If you can touch their hearts, you can touch their lives. Let me say that again. If you can touch their hearts, guys, so it's not about being a salesman. It's not about going out there and forcing them to do product. It's about finding a way to touch their heart. It's about finding a way to attract them to the things that you have, to touch their hearts so that it can truly make a difference. That is the key. Touch their hearts, you'll touch their lives. So the key in your first step of approaching someone is not to talk about you. Now, guys, this is hard sometimes, but this isn't about you. It's about them, right? And so what you have to do is, and listen, the bottom line is people can't drive your cars. They can't live in your homes. They can't spend your money. They don't want to hear about all the things you have. They want to know how they can get those things for themselves and for their families. Perhaps what you're going to show them can help them reach some of the personal goals that they have been looking to achieve. Guys, that is so important. Touch their hearts, touch their lives, make it about them, how they can attain those things. Sure, you can tell them your success stories. Sure, you can talk about the money. But at the end of the day, it's about how you can help them get there. What we're doing right now is laying a foundation of understanding people before you actually go out and speak to them. Understanding them means caring about them. That means you have to listen to them. You actually have to truly care. So be certain that the people that you approach are people you want to learn about and people you want to be around. That's really important because you're going to be with these people. You're going to help them. You're going to grab their hands. You're going to help them become successful. You're going to travel to Cancun and the beaches of the world with them. Make sure you like them. Make sure they're like-minded because as you create successes for them and yourselves, you're going to spend a lot of time together. So here's another tip, and I hope you're writing some of these down, guys. Look for like-minded people. Look for like-minded people who are uplifting, who are confident, caring, and wanting to make a difference in their lives and friends' lives. So you're not looking for just everybody, right? You're not looking to put everybody in your business. Sure, it'd be nice to have everybody as customers, but if they're going to be business builders, look for like-minded people, and don't ever prejudge people. You know, it's so easy to prejudge people. Oh, they're not going to do it. They're this, they're that, they're busy. They're not. Don't say that, guys, because I can promise you that's the biggest mistake that you'll make. You know, don't prejudge them, but certainly pre-qualify them. They've got to have passion. They've got to have a desire, and they've got to have a need, because without those things, you can't pre-qualify. So that's really important. So I'm going to focus for a little while on one-on-ones and two-on-ones, because this is an important part of building your Ariix business. The large portion of people that have gotten into Ariix have been through one-on-ones. That's talking to a person right in front of you or over the phone, introducing yourself, who you are. But if you want to put yourself in a position to best possibly succeed, you want to go to your prospects, especially to those that live close by to you. I hear all the time people that want to go out and they want to go build an international business, and that's fine. But guys, if you can't build a business in your own area, it's going to be hard to build it outside of that area. So make an attempt to build it in your own areas and start spreading out from there, right? So that is key. You want to prospect people that live close to you. And it's not always possible to do that, but it makes it a lot easier than a phone call when you show up at their door. This is specifically beneficial for people that are your friends and family. You know, it's not, what are they going to do, turn you away, say go home? I mean, they're your friends and your family. These are people that you love. It's a great way to, that's why they always say, start off with the people that know you, love you, and respect you. So when you go over to your friends and family's home, you want to talk about the phenomenal product line that Ariix has and the value it can have for them. Remember, it's about them. So the value that the products can have for them. Share your testimony with one of the products that you've been taking, and even the income that perhaps that you've made, even if it's $100. I mean, $100 makes a difference in people's lives. Who knows your family and friends better than you, right? So when you're there, you're going to know who has the aches and pains, who needs to lose weight, who needs the additional income. So you're going to know how to direct the conversation based upon the relationships that you have. I've got an amazing friend who he's retired, and I called him on the phone, and he had a few health issues over the years, and I knew he was looking for natural healing products, and I knew he was always eager to make money. And so I called him on the phone, and I said, I got a hold of something special. And guys, write some of these points down. You can borrow from me and what I'm saying until you can make it your own, and you'll say it your own way. But I said, I got a hold of something special that I know you're going to be very excited about. You notice it was 100% positive. I know you're going to be very excited about. It's in the health and wellness industry. And I believe that you and I can make a lot of money together with this business model that Ariix has. My friend said, and get what he said. He said, I trust you. You're my friend. What do I need to do? So I figured out what product line he needed. I took his information. I sponsored him. I got him involved. And guys, to this day, he loves the products. He sponsored well over 45 people and has made thousands and thousands of dollars every month in a very short period of time. And he's committed to take his friends with him. Guys, that's what it's all about. It's about blessing others. It's not just about getting there by themselves. John McFadden talked about earlier, being in Cancun. We got to be in Cancun with our team and people that we love, people that we help. But you know who was missing? You guys were. And we want you to be there the next time, because there's nothing like having your team around you to be inspired, fired up, and excited together. So one invite that you can use is when you call a friend or a family and say, hey, John, I got a hold of something that I really want you to take a look at. I'm coming over. Or just show up at his house. He's your friend, right? So you see that positive attitude? I'm coming over. I got something I want to share with you. I believe it that much, right? One way or another, you have to be prepared. And I would really recommend, if you're serious about building your business, you have to have your product packs with you, your Ariix product packs with you in your car, including the Legacy Plan 12-Step Guide. You want to have your applications with you. If you have the products and your system with you, they're going to know you're serious. They're going to know that you're serious about your business. I have always said, and Linda says it too, show me your trunk, and I could tell you how successful of a representative that you are. Linda and I always carry around 500 to 700 BV of products with us no matter where we go. We have a bunch of legacy plans. We got a bunch of applications. See, we are ready to sign people up when the opportunity is in front of us, and we will sign people up on the spot. Are you ready to sign people up on the spot and give them their products right there and give them their guide? And if they're interested in the business, guys, and you give them a guide to success, be ready to set up an appointment, to set up a game plan to get them started immediately. You don't want to wait. People will get people started in their business, and they'll talk to them a week or two later. They've totally lost interest because you didn't show the passion and the excitement behind it. So that's really key, is make sure that you set up a game plan with them. Now, that approach will most likely be effective on family and friends. Remember, they will only take it as serious as you take it. So if you're not ready to sign them up because you don't have product or tools, most likely they're not going to get in. So when I'm going to see my cousin John, in my head, I've already said he's signing up. I've already got half his application filled out when I'm going to his house because I'm expecting to get him in. See, positive attitude creates positive results. When he sees the look in my eyes, guys, when I talk, you know I believe in what I'm saying, right? And that's the way it's got to be seen to your friends and to your families that you're prospecting. When he sees the look in my eyes, my belief level, my confidence, he's going to know I'm serious about putting my Super Bowl team together. And guys, that's what I say. I'm building a Super Bowl team. I'm putting the best of the best together, and I want to help them succeed, and I thought of you. Guys, remember some of these key points because that is really, really important to be effective in your business. So, you're building a Super Bowl team. Don't forget about that, and you're going to help these people to succeed. So you want to stay sharp. You want to know a little bit about your products. Don't send people to a site or a video that you haven't watched. Don't send them to a team page that you don't know what's on the team page. Don't talk about, look at the legacy plan and you don't know the 12 steps. You have to sharpen your skills by reading, studying, and applying the information so your friends and family will say, wow, he believes in what he's doing. That is really the key. That is what you want to remember. He believes in what he's doing. That's what you want people to say. It's that passion, that desire. So remember, whether you're talking to a relative, acquaintance, talk to them about what they want. Ask questions like, have you ever thought of what it would be like to live each day with a little less pain? Or you might say, if you had great health right now, what would you do or where would you go? Now, listen to their responses. They'll direct you, even though you're in control of the conversation. They're going to direct that, and you're going to know where to take them. And you're going to guide them and show them that we have a program that can help them. And listen, here's another line that you can borrow from me. Which one sounds better, better health or financial freedom? Or which one are you interested in, better health or financial freedom? Guys, I'm telling you right now, if they tell me neither one of them, I'm moving on. Because if they don't want better health or financial freedom, that's not the kind of people you want in your business, right? Better health, guys, we got amazing products for that. Financial freedom, Ariix is the opportunity company. There are so many people that have become financial free because of our comp plan. Another great question is, what are some of the physical and financial goals that you have for your future? After you really listen to them and take the time to listen to them, listen to their hopes and their goals and their dreams, and then you ask them, do you have a financial vehicle to help you to accomplish some of those goals that you spoke about? Really key points. And if I can show you how in the next 3 to 6 months to a year to create an extra $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 with a few hours a week with a duplicatable system to help you get there just a little bit quicker, would you be willing to put a little bit of effort and a little bit of time and a little bit of work with me to help you to do it? Guys, see, key question, open-ended question. What you're going to find out is how much do they really believe in their dream? How much do they really believe in bringing their wife home from work, bringing their, being able to afford their kids' college education? Have you given up on your wife? That's always a thing to remember. When somebody starts saying, well, I don't know if I'm interested. Well, have you really given up on your wife and your kids? Have you got a way to be able to help them to come home or to pay for that education or that great trip? So always be prepared with the right questions. Some people that you approach may love to travel, buy nice cars, and you'll know this by listening to them. But listen, what a great way to tell them, listen, the Ariix company, our opportunity company has an amazing saving plan and incentives that you could travel around the world with us and be able to make a savings plan where you could be able to put it in the bank, you could pay off bills, you could go buy nice cars, whatever you want to do. But different approaches for different people based on their own personal needs, based on their desires. Remember that. So remember, you have to be prepared to take the conversation in the direction that they want, not that you want. If you're taking a conversation in the direction that you want to take them, I can promise you they're going to shut down. It has to be where they want to take that conversation. So another quick and easy approach is to learn to collect business cards. This is something that I've always told people. It's a great approach. It's a way to build a new market, a cold market, and make them a warm market. Go to the mall, go to the store, go to, here in our area, they have got home improvement events, where people and vendors are out there. Go out there and collect business cards. And just a hint, I look for, when I go into these stores, I look for the ones that nobody's in. And I ask to speak to the owner. Just a few tips that I'm sharing with you. Walk in, compliment the store if it's deserving, and after you introduce yourself, you're going to say something like, you're obviously a successful entrepreneur, and you have a great store, and I just wanted to take a moment to meet you and shake your hand. Do you got a business card? After they hand you a card, you can say something like, I may have something that I'd like to share with you at another time. Are you open for additional ways to create some income? If they say yes, then you say, I'll give you a call and send something to you later on, some videos that I'm going to want to follow up with you. When would you be available to look at it? Can I call you at 7 o'clock tonight? Guys, you see that? It's about making an appointment. Really key, and then you follow up with them. And if you don't know how to do the follow-up, make sure you get with your upline because they'll be able to help you follow up. Now, if they say, what's it all about? What do you got? What's it all about? You can say, well, it's in one of the leading industries in the world, the health and wellness industry, which is a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and I'm working with a company called Ariix, helping people create great residual income with only a few hours of commitment each week. Are you open? Right? Just key questions that you want to ask them, and always be prepared. So remember, you always want to bring up their dreams. You want to talk about their dreams, goals, and hopes when you're talking to them, and find out how serious they are about achieving them. Whether it be they've always wanted to have their own business, owning their own home, paying off bills, vacationing, bringing their wife home from work. How serious are you about achieving that, right? And if you keep on doing what you've been doing, where you're going to be at in the next 3 to 5 years. Guys, I'm telling you, people don't think about that. And if you take a moment to ask people where you're going to be at in the next 3 to 5 years, most people can't think past next week or next month. So you got to give them hope. You got to show them another way. And so once you get these contacts and questions down and make them your own and practice them on a daily basis, it's going to roll off your tongue. But you got to practice it. You got to say it day in and day out. I can remember, back in the day, and even still to this day, my wife would laugh at me because she sees me talking to myself, talking in the shower, talking in the car, talking when I'm working. And, she said, "What am I doing?" And I'm saying, "I'm perfecting and making my craft better," right? I'm perfecting my skills and becoming better at my craft, and you guys can do the same, but it takes practice. You got to do it over and over again. It's no different than your traditional job. By doing it, you get better. So if you'd like to win with us in Ariix in a fast and effective way, you need to look for people who like to win, right? Don't look for those people that are looking for a handout. Look for those people that are entrepreneurs. Look for those people that want to win, because then you don't have to teach them the principles of winning, because they've already loved to win. How easy is it to say, this could be just the thing that you've been looking for? My friend Steve or my friend John, who's made millions in this industry, is working with me to build some profits into our financial portfolio with an amazing company called Ariix. Right? Some amazing things. So the next invite that we want to talk about is two-on-ones, where you go with your friend to help them sponsor someone in their business. The biggest mistake that I've seen in sponsoring is getting someone in your team and then leaving them alone to figure out how to make it successful. You see it happen all the time, but it doesn't work that way, guys. You can't leave them alone. You've got to help them to succeed. They don't know what to do to talk to their friends. I never high-five anyone when they get in my business. I give a high five when I can help them reach their goals that they want to accomplish. And that's how true success is created, is when you can help them to create those successes for themselves. So, but how do you do this? The first is by sitting down, getting them started properly, using the duplicatable system, whatever systems that you guys are using. We use the legacy plan, the daily activity list, the 10 activities that you should do on a regular basis, building a list together, making phone calls and appointments and with them, and show them how it's done. The best philosophy to help your friends be successful is first do it for them, then you do it with them, and then you let them do it. Remember, they trusted you to get involved. They didn't get involved because of the company. They didn't get involved because of the product. They got involved because of you, because you asked them. And all they're saying is, teach me, show me, because they most likely have never done this, right? So if they're willing to work, I'm going to go work with them. I'm going to run with them. And I'm going to work as hard as I can, as long as they're willing to work too, right? I can only run as fast as they do. I can't carry them on my back, but I'm going to run alongside of them, and I'm going to work hard to help them be successful. It starts with the initial call or meeting with these two-on-ones. Here's what you can do. My friend Dan, he has a friend named Phil, and he owns a business. And so I learned a little bit about Phil, and I asked Dan if he would mind if I gave him a call. He's with me. So Dan is with me, and we call Phil because I want Dan to hear what I say to Phil. So I get Phil on the phone and I say, "Hey, Phil, my name's Steve Kampouroglou. We have a mutual friend. His name is Dan, and he was just talking about you. He said you're an amazing guy. He said you're an entrepreneur. You're really sharp, and perhaps would be interested in creating some additional income. We have something that I believe you will get excited about." If he is local, you'll say, can we get together at 6 p.m. right after work? Make the appointment. Don't hesitate to make the appointment. If he's long distance, you'll say something like, "Dan, when can you be in front of your computer?" Or "Phil, when can you be in front of your computer so that Dan and I can call you back because there's something really important I want you to watch." You see that positive attitude It's that important. That's how you're going to get people to look into it. If he says, what's it all about? We go back to that. If he says, what's it all about? What do you got? Ask him this, and I hope you're writing some of these key points down. Would you agree that two of the biggest issues that people in America are dealing with right now is health and finances? Guys, remember that. It is the two biggest issues in the world, health and finances. Well, we found something that addresses both with a company called Ariix. And I believe from what I've heard about you, from Dan, you're not going to want to miss out on what we're doing. And set the appointment and follow up with them. Guys, you see how simple it is. It's fun. Be excited. You know, and then the process continues on. Now, once I help Dan get Phil in, I'm going to do that same process with Phil, and I'm going to reach down and I'm going to go in depth. You know, if you talk to someone who says they're not interested, guys, don't be afraid to say, who do you know? And one of the things, here's a really good tip. A lot of people will walk away and be rude or not make any comment after they say they're not interested. But guys, this is what I do. And this is what the true leaders do who make a lot of money in this industry. You plant the seed. Listen, it was great talking to you, and I hope that we can continue to build a relationship together, you know, even if you're not doing this business. But listen, remember me, you know, if there's ever a time that your health changes or your finance changes, don't forget about me. But by the way, who do you know? You know, who do you know that perhaps may need, some additional income or some better health? So don't be afraid to ask that. So you're going to do your one-on-ones, your two-on-ones, and you're going to make sure you have written down where the next opportunity home event is, right? You want to have a home opportunity event with Ariix. This is really important to be able to get some of your local friends and family by to get them started right away. It's a vital part of your business building. Linda and I daily do one-on-ones and help our personals with their one-on-ones, and weekly have meetings set up. Now, our opportunity events are not always held at our home. You know, your goal is to get into the homes of the people you sponsor. Why? Because their friends and family will feel more comfortable going somewhere that they're comfortable. So that's a really important tip, guys. You know, get into your team's homes and get their people there, and make the phone calls with them to get their people there as well. So a tip in a successful opportunity event, a home opportunity event, is go sponsor people during the week. Don't wait for the event to sign them up. Have new affiliates come and bring a couple of their friends so that they can meet you and you can help them build belief in the new affiliates, right? So that's a key point. And make sure you have sign-up pads, your system, products available for them to try and even lead with, because a successful business owner is one that's always prepared to make it happen now, right? That's how you're going to be successful. That's how you're going to make 20, 30, 50, 100,000, 200,000, $500,000 and more in the Ariix opportunity. Make sure you're prepared. People are coming to one-on-one and events because they want something more for themselves and their family. Many people have been beat up physically and financially, and I know each of you know people that are better life, but they're scared. They're scared to reach out. They're scared to do something different. And you could be that glimmer of hope to create the change these folks need by just reaching out to them and believing in them and finding out if we have a program that can fit into their life. Get to know your team and their stories, because you may run across someone that shares the same story as your friend that can give them hope. You may find a realtor, a banker, a lawyer, attorney, a construction worker. Say, hey, I know a guy on my team who's doing that. You know, and he's doing well. So it gives people hope. So get to know their stories of your team. This is a relationship. This is a social business. You guys are social entrepreneurs, so it's so important to be able to go out there and truly build those relationships. You know, it's all about timing. Just because someone says they're not interested today doesn't mean that they're saying no, that they'll not ever be interested. No one knows what tomorrow brings. People lose their jobs, their homes, they lose their health. And just maybe, if you plant the seed and say, listen, if ever the time comes that perhaps you may need to create some additional income, or perhaps that you may need some healthy products, don't forget about me. You know, here's my card, but don't forget to get their phone number too. Don't just leave them a card because they won't call you. Make sure you get their phone number as well. So, guys, take responsibility. I love this comment here. The moment that you take responsibility for everything in your life is the moment that you can change anything in your life. That is so important. Take responsibility of your business. The daily one-on-ones and two-on-ones and weekly opportunity events will produce the results to help you reach your personal goals and to help your team reach their goals as well. If you can find a way to help others achieve what they want, you'll be able to have all the things that you want. You have the right vehicle, and that vehicle right now is sitting in front of you. That vehicle is Ariix. It's so exciting to see people of all walks of life, every culture and religion joining our Ariix team and taking control of their physical and financial goals with this amazing company. Remember that you're in business for yourself but not by yourself. And we have amazing team leaders, and many of which are on this call tonight. And we have an amazing duplicatable support system to train you how to have quick success in your Ariix business. I hope that this webinar in some way has inspired you. I hope that you've taken some great notes to go out and start talking with people this week and on the weekend. I hope you start scheduling some opportunity events and one-on-ones and two-on-ones with your sponsor. But remember, the success comes from knowing that you did your best to become the best that you're capable of becoming. I'm looking forward to seeing each of you attain your personal goals through your willingness to do what it takes to see them through. I can promise you that together we can make a difference with this Ariix opportunity. We truly can go from success to significance. And I'm going to end on one note. Remember that persistence lets you have it, but staying consistent every day will let you keep it. So God bless you guys. Thank you for joining this call. I hope you took some wonderful notes and get out there and really go make a difference and love all people. Until next time, God bless.